Oh my word.
On day 3 of the WSOP Paradise Super Main event, one poker hand erupted into a firestorm that would dominate poker social media for days and reignite a personal rivalry that had been simmering for years. Jesse Lonis, one of the game's most feared tournament grinders, found himself in a pivotal situation on the featured table. Lonis opened to 525k from the cutoff with pocket kings. His opponent, Japanese high roller Ryuta Nakai, made the call from the big blind with Queen 10 offsuit. The flop brought King 8 ace, giving Lonis, an absolute monster, a set of kings. Lonis fired out a small bet of 375k, a cautious probe that Nakai flatly called. The turn brought the Queen of clubs, and Lonis stepped up the aggression, betting 1.6 million. Nakai called again. The river delivered an absolute blank, the 3 of diamonds. But this is where everything fell apart for Lonis. Lonis went for value with a pot-sized bet of 5.5 million. It was a reasonable bet, the kind of bet that says, I have a strong hand and I want to get paid. But Nakai responded with something that would haunt Lonis for days. A min race to 11 million, a move so polarized, so extreme that it could only mean one of two things. Either Nakai had made a straight or he was making a bluff for his life.
He's left himself a few big blinds.
What a disgusting spot. Only losing to Jack 10, we're just removing aces because we always expect aces to raise pre.
Still, I don't know how you fold at this price. I mean, there's an outside chance that Ryuta's got pocket 8s.
For Lonis, the decision was brutal. After using multiple time bank chips to agonize over the decision, Lonis pitched the set of kings into the muck.
8 specifically makes the fold. Oh my word.
The railbirds watching erupted. The hand was immediately clipped and posted on social media by respected poker player Rob Kuhn, who simply wrote, "Oh my god, madness." Within minutes, the hand had gone viral, and that's when Shaun Deeb decided to jump in. This hand should get more likes than an Abby Merck winner's photo tweet. Jesse Lonis finally made it. It wasn't a mean-spirited observation, not exactly, but it was a dig. Lonis, however, was not about to let the criticism stand. Great players make bad folds sometimes. You would not understand. You still in? Let's crossbook. Shaun Deeb responds for swift and cutting. Bad players also make bad folds. We can run back last year's bet as much as you want. Daniel Negreanu stepped in with a defense of Lonis that spoke to something deeper than just the hand result. Negreanu posted, "Seeing a lot of hate on Jesse for this fold, and it's eye-opening to me. Jesse has been having phenomenal results the last couple of years precisely because he is willing to trust himself in these sort of spots. He got this one wrong, but how often is he getting it right and getting away from coolers that most humans just shrug up and go broke on? If the guy had the straight, Jesse is a genius. But because he was bluffing, he's a fool? It's a fine line, and if you don't understand this, you can never unlock your full potential." This was the crucial context the poker community was missing. Lonis made a bad fold as a part of a broader strategy and philosophy that had made him one of the best tournament players in the world. Lonis himself soon provided a detailed explanation of his thinking, and it offered illuminating insight into how top-level professionals evaluate spots. He went on to explain that he had a specific read on Nakai, understanding him as a tighter than average opponent. Crucially, Lonis noted that his decision-making was influenced by the fact that he had 11 million remaining. He wasn't folding because he was uncertain. He was folding because the math of his situation, his remaining chips, his perception of his opponent, his ability to apply pressure with his stack made it the right play in that moment. But what happened next was perhaps more revealing than the hand himself. Lonis took direct aim at Shaun Deeb, and in doing so, opened the door to their entire shared history. "Me and Shaun grew up 40 minutes down the road from each other," Lonis revealed. "Even when I was young and had no money and was trying to shot take in bigger games, I would have to sit and deal with this insufferable human being, someone who I idolized at that time." Lonis was describing a formative period in his poker development where Deeb loomed large not as a mentorship figure but as an antagonist. Deeb was the better player, the guy who dominated the games, the guy who seemed untouchable. But instead of inspiring admiration, this dynamic sparked something else in Lonis. The most stunning part of Lonis' statement came next. In my mind though, he is part of the reason I am here today. I played with him and I said if this guy can be one of the best, I will dominate this game. I also wanted to get enough money so I could play him heads up and bankrupt him. He knows better though, and knows I would eat him alive in a no limit hold'em or anything else in life besides a few random mix games. My interaction with any young or new player I ever played with is me trying to be supportive and positive and nice. Now with all my success, he has to hear all the time how he's not the best player from the area anymore and how I passed his 20-year poker career in 4 years. Deeb, as of the articles that cover this incident, has not fired back. What's remarkable about all of this is how a single hand, a single decision, exposed the layers of complexity that exist at poker's elite level. Lonis made a bad fold, yes, but in making it, he also made a statement about who he is as a player, how he thinks about poker, and why he's willing to take these kind of risks and live with the consequences when they don't work out.